So today we will discuss digital signal representation. We know that in this digital system we have two values, that is 0 and 1. So can we say that this 0 is represented by 1 volt, let us say that, and this 1 is represented by 8 volt, or you can say that this 0 is represented by 2 volt and this 1 is represented by 10 volt. Okay, so this will not be case. So that will be a range basically. Now you can see in this picture here, this this low is represented by a range. Range is 0 to 1 volt. So any signal falling between this 0 volt to 1 volt. Let us say you are giving an input 0.8 volt. Then it would be read as a 0. Now on the other hand, if you have defined it that 3.5 volt to 5 volt will give you a 1. Let us say that if a signal is there having value 4 volt, then comes under 1, logic 1. Okay. On the other hand, if you are choosing that this 1 volt, 0 to 1 volt will represent high, or will represent 1, and this 3.5 volt to 5 volt will represent 0, then these are the two basically classification. In the first case it is called as a positive logic, the second case is called as a negative logic. Now just briefly we can say that if the low voltages represent 0 and high voltages represent 1, then it would be a positive logic, and if these low voltages represent 1 and high voltages represent 0, then it would be a negative logic. Now take an example. If your input is like 3.5 volt, what would be it in this positive logic and negative logic? In this positive logic, this 3.5 volt would be read as a 1, and in this negative logic it would be read as 0. Okay, now let us say that you are having a value input is 0.9 volt. Now what would you say? Now 0.5 fall here, so it would be read as a 0 when you are using positive logic, and it would be read as a 1 if you are using negative logic. So this is how we decide, that is what is 0 and what is 1. So you cannot directly say it is a voltage, it is basically a range of voltage, and here is no man's land, that we are assuming that we are not getting just voltage of these value, that is from this 1.1 volt to approximately 3.4 volt. We are not getting that voltages. Okay, thank you.